You awakened skills that seem useless. Modified a word in everyone's ability description. First, no one cared about you. Until one day, you accidentally become the strongest psychic ever. And it even destroyed the world. Then they label you as the world-destroying Demon King. He locked you underground in the 7th round of the Strongest Ability Bureau. 10 years later, suddenly 2 rookies from the 7th Bureau come to interview you. They want to hear the story of you becoming the Demon King. You lift your eyelids, show your big white teeth and smile. Your smile made the 2 young men shiver at the same time. The one standing behind stood up even more. He was about to open the door and run outside. But when he desperately pulled the door handle, then he noticed the door that had just been closed. For some reason, it could never be opened again. You laughed at the situation. You two don't need to be so nervous. If I really want to do something, you can't keep me here. That one. Would you two please introduce yourselves? The 2 exchanged a glance and hesitated for a moment. Only one person spoke. My name is Wang Lin. Another person. The one who had just turned to run. The young man also spoke up upon seeing this. My name is Su Yang. You nodded without replying. Seeing this, the 2 swallowed nervously. Finally, Wang Lin spoke with difficulty. We are here today to interview you. After hearing this, you nodded gently and sat down on the chair behind you. The cold iron chair behind him. At some point, it had become a comfortable wooden chair. You gestured for them to sit down as well. Then he looked at the 2 and asked, "What do you want to know?" After a moment, Wang Lin spoke cautiously. It is said that you are the strongest ability user. He is the Demon King who nearly destroyed the world. You smile and shake your head after hearing this. The strongest ability user. So far, it seems so. But there is one thing they are not right about. I have never nearly destroyed the world. Hearing this, the 2 of them let out a gentle sigh of relief. Kwin heard you say, I only destroyed this world once. You looked at the 2 in front of you who were stunned, and asked, Are you wondering, since you have destroyed the world, why are you all still doing fine now? It's actually very simple. After destroying the world, I restored it. So today you can all sit here and have a good chat. Wang Lin swallowed hard. I don't quite understand what you mean. You glanced at him. Then let me start from the beginning. Turned out that 20 years ago, a mysterious meteor has landed on your planet. A week later, people all over the world begin to awaken various supernatural abilities. At first, people were skeptical and uncertain. Later, people discovered that as long as you were 18 years old, there's a 1 in 1,000 chance of randomly awakening an ability. People under 18 years old. On her 18th birthday, there is also a certain chance of awakening one's own supernatural abilities. The 2nd year after the meteor landed on Earth, you're 18 years old. On your birthday, you can feel it. It seemed as if something was about to awaken in his mind. But alas, until the end of that day, you haven't awakened your powers either. At that moment, you felt maybe your ability hadn't fully awakened. It will be fine in a few days. But it wasn't until you went to college. Your ability also failed to awaken successfully. So you come to realize that you are just an ordinary person. Begin living the life of an ordinary person. Go to university to study. Prepare to find a good job after graduation. Living an ordinary life. You had a girlfriend in college. She treats you very well and takes good care of you. Be obedient to you. You quickly fall in love too. During that time you felt it. She is your whole world. Her name is Wen Xiaowan. Hearing the name Wen Xiaowan, Su Yang, who had been silent all along, exclaimed in surprise. What? It was actually Lady Wen Xiaowan. You glanced at him and nodded. That's right. He's your ace in the 7th game. One of them, the goddess of revenge, Wen Xiaowan. That was probably 10 years ago. Is she still alive now? I don't know. After saying that, you continue to tell your story with Wen Xiaowan. You spent sweet college days with her. They agreed to marry after graduation. But on the day of graduation, your ability has finally awakened with delay. Not only that, you are still in that moment. He saw through Wen Xiaowan's supernatural powers. Turns out she's been filled with you all along. She is also a psychic. At this moment, Wang Lin asked cautiously, So what exactly is your ability? You glanced at Wang Lin and smiled. You really dare to ask. Back then, even your 7th Bureau Director, Li Chang'an, that old fox. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't find out my ability. Today, just want to ask one question. That was not what I meant. Your words instantly made Wang Lin tense again. Afraid that if you get upset, you'll crush him to dust. But you've really been stuck in it for too long. Today, it's rare for the 2 of you to come and talk with you. Let me tell you all about it. The day Bai Huaye was born, I finally understood my own supernatural powers. That is the ability to comprehend anything. And a word in the ability description was modified. You looked at the 2 of them whose minds couldn't keep up, and asked, "You two don't quite understand. Then I might as well use the two of you as an example." As you spoke, you looked at Suyang. "Take your supernatural ability as an example. Your ability is the deep affection that instantly kills everything. Such a unique supernatural power." He also carried a strong Chinibu vibe. Suyang smiled awkwardly. "Awakened a useless supernatural ability. It makes you laugh. So I am indeed an ability user." But he could only serve as a civilian staff member of the 7th Bureau. "My colleagues all said I might be better suited to appear on dating shows." "No, you don't have to be self-deprecating. Your director, Lee Chang'an, once said so. There is no useless supernatural ability in the world. As long as you are good at developing, you can always find the highlights of self-packaged items. Let's take Mr. Wang Lin as an example. Mr. Wang Lin's ability is to summon a domain of fire to burn everything. A very powerful supernatural ability. That's enough to reach a level." Wang Lin nodded modestly. "You truly deserve to be called the strongest psychic in history. Just glanced at me. Then I knew my supernatural ability. I've now activated my ability." Puzzled. "Now please show off your supernatural power, Mr. Wang Lin." Hear the words. Suyang, standing nearby, quickly dodged to the side. Obviously, he knew. Once Wang Lin's ability was activated, it was an indiscriminate area attack. A supernatural being like him who had no defenses. Being next to Wang Lin was too dangerous. Wang Lin nodded. He closed his eyes. When he opened them again, his pupils had turned crimson. A powerful spiritual fluctuation radiated from him. In the next instant, crimson flames burst forth. The tie covering Wang Lin's chest was covered. The crimson flames radiated immense heat. The intense burning made Wang Lin cry out in pain. Cracking sound. "It's too hot." He frantically flicked his tie, trying to extinguish the flames above. However, the flames ignited by supernatural powers can be extinguished easily. If Wang Lin weren't a fire-type ability user, he was born with a certain level of fire resistance. By now, he was probably already roasted. You suggest from the side. "That one. Why don't you try to absorb your own ability first?" After hearing this, Wang Lin quickly withdrew his supernatural power. In an instant, the flame on the tie disappeared. But his shirt was already burned to tatters by now. You look at Wang Lin, the wolfband one. He snapped his fingers apologetically. The next second, Wang Lin's clothes were restored to their original state. "This is my superpower. In just now, I changed the domain character in your ability description to die. With die. So your ability becomes summoning the fiery tie of Brahma burns everything." Wang Lin's mind was working again. Only Suyang, hiding nearby, stood up. "Thumbs up to praise you. You're amazing." You continue telling your story. The moment you awaken your powers, you saw Wen Xiaowan's supernatural ability. Her ability was, every time you kill someone who truly loves you, at that time the self will be doubled. In that moment you understood what it was during college. Why is Wen Xiaowan so good to you? You once thought you were lucky. He met a woman he could entrust his life to. But she never expected that Wen Xiaowan's real goal was to make you fall in love with her, then kill you. This way she will be reinforced. With her normal adult physical fitness. As long as you intensify 5 to 6 times, there probably isn't much in this world. Ordinary things could kill her, but by the time you find out it's already too late. That day was exactly the day when Xiaowan planned to kill you. She put knockout powder into the meal she personally made for you. By the time you notice, the effects of the medicine have already started. Suyang was no longer as afraid as he had at first. So I boldly asked how you managed to escape this ordeal. You smiled proudly and continued to explain. Before she fainted, you modified her ability. The character for strong was changed to weak. If she kills you, you will be weakened by double. Wen Xiaowan was furious when she found out, questioning what exactly is going on. You deliberately lied. He said his ability was actually interfering with her ability. This made it impossible for her to get any enhancement even in this dizziness. To recover, she'd better not kill you. After saying that, you fainted. Before you fainted, you vaguely heard her calling you a jerk. After you wake up, he found himself trapped in a deep pit in the wild. There is another man lying next to you. You only found out later. This man was also bewitched by Wen Xiaowan. He fell deeply in love with Wen Xiaowan, and he's an ability user of mine. The ability is to spit flames from his mouth. This is Wen Xiaowan. You really didn't realize she was two-timing. Wen Xiaowan originally planned to kill you first to gain double the strength, then kill this man with even stronger abilities. This is the safest option. Your physical fitness will be strengthened to 4 times its original strength. It's just a pity that your plan was ruined. Suddenly, when Xiaowan appeared again, she lets you restore her abilities. Otherwise, I'll throw you both into the deep pit and starve to death. Of course you wouldn't agree. So when Xiaowan left cursing, "You and that man are trapped in a pit." It took a full 20 days before he was rescued. This was because that man had previously awakened his supernatural power. He became an unofficial member of the 7th Bureau. The 7th Bureau discovered he was missing and sent people to find him. Otherwise, you two might be buried here. No one would pay attention to it for a lifetime. Wang Lin asked Wen Gao. During these 20 days, what do you rely on to get hydration and nutrition? Those days are the rainy season. Naturally, there is no shortage of water. It's just a bit dirty. As for food, it's even simpler. I slightly modified that man's ability. It turned into a mouth spitting out ham. 20 days of eating only ham. Sometimes they also improve their meals. Change it to spit out hot pot from your mouth. Zhu Lin and Shuyang exchanged an awkward glance, smiled and continued your story. Later, the 7th Bureau arrested Wen Xiaowan. And because you have supernatural powers, you were called into the 7th round. However, you didn't confess your ability to Game 7. Just saying you can do it to some extent, to interfere with others' abilities. The specific effects are not always certain. Hearing this, Wang Lin couldn't help but ask, "Who are you? What made you decide to hide it all?" "You said it was because you could see through everyone's abilities. All the superpowered are in your eyes. Like stars twinkle. Some stars are bright. Some stars are dim. But when you feel yourself, I discovered your supernatural ability was like the blazing midday sun, vast and boundless. All the stars before my eyes would fade in comparison. From then on, your supernatural ability must be very strong. So strong that even you can't imagine it." After hearing this, Su Yang couldn't help but ask, "But your ability doesn't seem that strong either. Nor to the point of destroying the world. In your eyes, what kind of supernatural ability is the strongest?" Our research over the years, it is unanimously agreed that concept-type abilities are the most powerful. That's right. Conceptual abilities allow you to escape worldly logic. It directly affects the operation of this world. For example, every coin tossed is heads. In the NBA, the first 3 three-pointers every day are always made. These abilities make no sense. Focus on the logical level, making it impossible to defend against or confront them. I remember the intelligence section of the 7th Bureau. There was a trump card named Lin Chia. His ability is always when facing danger. There will always be someone around who can help you escape danger. He relied on this supernatural ability with no attack power. Several times, he managed to escape successfully by obtaining intelligence from S-rank subordinates. And my ability can even alter these conceptual logic. Can you say it's not powerful enough? Your question left both of them deep in thought. You continued telling the story that followed. After you joined the 7th round, you immediately found a supernatural who once bullied you. He is also a powerful concept ability user hidden among the common people. He publicly claimed to have a Vajra physique. In fact, his ability was, cannot be damaged in any way in the real world, or kill. Such a supernatural ability is enough to make the world. The 99 ability users were powerless against him. It's just a pity he met you. That night he was partying in the bar. As always, he flaunted his supernatural powers, while drinking wine on herself, lighting the fire while doing so. Yet he himself was completely unharmed. And you just activated your ability. Change his ability to, outside the real world nothing can be done. The way is destroyed or killed. Then he died in a fire he had personally lit for himself. It's really amazing. And we found out. It seems you possess the same supernatural ability as this person. Your body also seems indestructible. Do you have a second ability? For example, after killing someone you can do it. Gain his supernatural abilities and such. You shook your head and said, "No. This is the only supernatural ability I possess." Seeing the two continue to wonder, you keep talking. After joining the 7th round, because of the uncertainty of your own abilities, you didn't pay much attention. They rate your ability as B-level. He was considered a support-type logistics staff. And you also restored Wen Xiaowan's supernatural powers. After all, her abilities are also conceptual. This drew the attention of the 7th Bureau. From the 7th game he started developing her as an ace. She was rated S-rank. Everyone in the 7th game was fooled by you. But there was one exception. That was their director Li Chang'an. At this point you ask, do you know what your director's ability is? The director's ability is to attack enemies with powerful mental power. He really didn't tell you the truth. It turned out Li Chang'an's supernatural ability was formidable. Mental power forcibly controls the hearts of those around him. Other words, he is someone who can freely give to everyone in the world. The subconscious changes thoughts and submits to the person who submits to it. He controlled everyone below S rank in the 7th round. and the vast majority of S-class models. But he hasn't succeeded in controlling you. Because fireflies shine brightly, how could it ever compete with the bright sun in brilliance? Li Chang'an realized. Your abilities are far from as simple as you say. It might be another S-class. So he intends to control you. I will take you as my own. He is indeed a master of playing with people's hearts. Since I can't control you with my powers, he planned to use personal connections to make you feel connected to him. This way, cracks will appear in your soul. Give him an opportunity to control you. Under his control, the colleagues in the 7th Bureau treat you very well. It makes you feel at home. Having just experienced betrayal, you are deeply affected and become dependent on your colleagues. Then Li Chang'an brought in a terrifying monster from another world. Let your colleagues fight against it. Obviously, the colleague's root technique was no match for the monster. When you see former colleagues severely injured, when Qi and lay quietly on the ground, once again you have been defeated by human nature. To save your colleagues, you activate your ability, modified the ability of one of your healing colleagues. You can quickly heal minor injuries by using her ability. It was changed to allow for rapid healing of serious injuries. Your colleagues were all rescued. This also made Li Chang'an truly see how terrifying your supernatural abilities are. He lets you build a strong world together with him, but you refused. Angry, Li Chang'an tried to use his powers to forcibly control you. But you easily defeated me. Hearing this, Su Yang asked curiously. How did you defeat the chief? I changed his ability to. A powerful mental force forcibly controls the underwear of those around him. Then on the day I fought him, no underwear. Wang Lin and Su Yang could only hold back their laughter, listening to you tell the story that follows. After his defeat, Li Chang'an became even more frenzied. To force your full strength, he opened the passage to that other world. That day, tens of millions of monsters were scattered across your planet. These monsters were the entire elite force of that other world. Each of them is no less than the last. The one Li Chang'an summoned. Li Chang'an told you wildly, if you don't give it your all, unwilling to build a strong world with me, then let the world be destroyed together. Such a number of monsters. Even though it was widely recognized at the time, the strongest supernatural being, Li Chang'an. It was simply impossible to resist. So all hope seems to fall on you. How did you resist? Both of them were already captivated. You glanced at them. I said it before. I only have this one ability. But you all analyze it. My ability isn't as strong as I imagined. Now it's time to tell you why. My ability is to comprehend anything. And modified a word in the ability description. This modifies the function of a single word. Naturally, it also includes my own supernatural abilities. So I actually changed my ability long ago to can learn the ability to learn anything supernatural, and modified a word in the ability description. Wang Lin and the other were so shocked they nearly popped their eyes out. So you had already learned everyone's abilities in the 7th round. Includes some support-type abilities. For example, if there is a person's ability to give, a psychic gains tenfold power, can only be used once in a lifetime. You learned this ability, and it was changed so that you can use one. The ability of the ability user is increased tenfold. Can only be used once per second. Then you used it on yourself 100 or 80 times. After using it, you feel terrifyingly strong. So when that horde of monsters swept in, you just moved slightly. Monsters everywhere bring you along with you. The entire galaxy turned into a front powder. After telling all the stories, you look at the two of them with amusement. So now you know. I said I wanted to do something. You guys from the 7th Bureau can't stop you at all, right? After that, I activated a time rewind ability. Using it inside his body has long enhanced his abilities by hundreds of billions of times. He restored the entire galaxy to its original state. Then I came up to Li Chang'an. He trembled as he asked what my ability was. Of course, I didn't tell him. It completely erased everyone's memory of the incident, except for Li Chang'an and a few other senior members of the 7th Bureau. So you don't remember what happened back then. As you spoke, you casually pulled out a wine glass out of thin air. He took a sip and didn't know how many years had passed. La Fight started talking about Wen Xiaonan again. At that time, you didn't take the opportunity to flatter Wen Xiaonan. It's not that you still care about your relationship, but it has reached the level of yours. They don't care about the thoughts of an ant at all. He only changed her ability to kill whenever she killed. When someone truly hates you, the user will receive double the enhancement. This completely changed the path she would take to become stronger in the future. This became the ace of the 7th game. The origin of the vengeful goddess Wen Xiaonan. Then I sealed myself underground in the 7th round. Because Li Chang'an knew how terrifying I was. So he said to the public, I am the demon king who once nearly destroyed the entire world. Wang Lin and Su Yang remained silent for a long time. Because of what we know today, it really shocked their worldview. You gave them time to digest. I have been here for 10 years unnoticed by anyone. Li Chang'an told you to come down and find me. It must mean there's trouble that the outside world can't imagine. Yes, my lord. A terrifying monster has descended, can destroy everything. Even Director Li couldn't resist it. Hearing this, you look up at the top. That moment, sealed inside you for 10 years. For the first time, his spiritual power burst forth. Breaking through this room, they reached the ground dozens of kilometers away. Then it soared into the sky, covering the entire planet. In your perception, a massive dark shadow floats beyond your planet. This dark shadow was incredibly deep. Even your spiritual power can't penetrate it. You nodded, your body suddenly rising from the ground. In an instant, he was back on the ground. It flew to the side of Li Chang'an, who was floating in midair. 10 years later, seeing Li Chang'an again, he had already gained a lot of white hair. Li Chang'an sees you. His expression was complicated. Came back again. I know. It's in the same world as those monsters you summoned before. That world is called the Abyss. 10 years ago, I wiped out all the elite in that world. It was probably the strongest in that world. Following the traces left at that time, I found this world. Can you handle it? Your gaze is fixed on that mass of black mist. Then your ability starts feeding back the black mist ability. There were actually 9 question marks. This is the first time your ability has failed. Or rather, your ability cannot fully analyze its ability. You probably encountered someone on the same level as yourself. Its power is probably about the same as mine. It involves the most fundamental rules of the universe. My ability currently cannot effectively affect it. Other words, you can still influence it to some extent. Some validation is needed. Okay. But you can't get too angry with it. According to our observations, it is now asleep. There will probably be about 2 more days before he can wake up. But if you provoke it, it will soon awaken. Then I'll just move it a bit. After saying that, you activated your own power. At the end of the introduction to the black mist ability, a question mark was changed to an exclamation mark. The power of the black mist was immense. Powerful enough to counter your supernatural abilities. You feel your own strength rapidly draining away. About 10,000 revisions. Until dawn. You finally succeeded. The moment you finish making changes, the black mist seemed to have flipped over. After that, there was no further movement. But this time, he turned things around. It also scared the entire 7th Bureau team. What did you do? This caused such a strong response. You don't respond, but instead think deeply in your heart. With Chui, you modify others' abilities. If the revised sentence is not smooth, then the modification will not succeed. But just now, your edit succeeded. Proves that your revisions are correct. You investigate the brief introduction of everyone's abilities. The last word is a period. You just changed it to an exclamation mark. In principle, it does not affect the meaning of a single sentence. This means you are investigating the monster location. 9 question marks discovered by probing. It does not represent a string of undecipherable garbled text. Instead, it means you can't grasp the meaning in 9 words. Next, as long as you know the meaning of every word, this allows you to change the monster's abilities. Then successfully defeat it. But how do you know what these 9 characters are? You combine your powers with yours. He told Li Chang'an all about the discovery. Li Chang'an fell silent after hearing this. After a while, he finally spoke. All these years, I've been guessing about your abilities. Some even speculate that you have dual or even triple abilities. I really didn't expect the result to be like this. If only you had listened to me back then. Use your powers to make our people stronger. Over the next 10 years, we might be able to build one. A stronger 7th round. Today, when facing this monster, maybe it wouldn't be so helpless. I slept underneath for 10 years. Unexpectedly, after coming out, you still haven't changed your original mindset. Have you ever thought, if you hadn't drawn that monster back then, today's monster simply wouldn't come looking for it? You don't understand it at all. Maybe today this monster was drawn here by me. But have you heard of the Dark Forest Law? If tomorrow is another world, the monster accidentally discovered us. We simply cannot fight it. Would you still blame me then? Weakness is the original sin. Not rushing to improve oneself. When the real crisis arrives, all that awaits us is destruction. Maybe you're right. But I also want you to see some things. After saying that, you point your finger. A powerful message entered Li Chang'an's mind. Over the years, you sealed yourself away. Trap yourself in your own dreams. In the dream, you follow your path. It simulates how you use your own powers to help you. Possible outcomes after the planet's rapid advancement. A total of 1 billion times. Your planet is not one of those billions. Every time he lived for 100 years. After receiving the information, Li Chang'an's eyes were filled with shock. How is this possible? Use your abilities to enhance other ability users. And the established planet is deformed. They cannot bear the sudden immense power. It will gradually become chaotic and violent. No one in the group has their own beliefs or belonging, because of faith and belonging. Only through the passage of time. It takes the sacrifices of countless people to forge it. Every planet that suddenly gains supernatural powers and becomes powerful will all fall apart due to a lack of faith, ultimately heading toward destruction. That's why I don't want to use your supernatural power to help the cause of your planet. You asked 10 years ago, powerful enough to be your level. What other abilities might make you feel fear? I can tell you now. What terrified people was never the ability itself. Instead, it was the wildness and disorder that came after suddenly gaining supernatural powers. It is enough to destroy all hope in this world. As you spoke, your fist slammed heavily into Li Chang'an's chest. You think you have given them power. Wrong. Miss by a mile. You've opened Pandora's box. All right. Your words are long and you make a good point. Are you confident you can handle it? Still has 2 days to wake up. Normally come to joy. I can't do it in these 2 days. Crack those 9 characters without alerting it. And I feel it. Its power gradually increases during the process of awakening. I have a hunch. If only it were to eventually awaken, this power will probably surpass mine. At that point, I really couldn't handle it. Being stronger than you. What kind of level is that? Are you going to use that one that boosts tenfold? The ability cannot surpass it. You shake your head. It involves the level of rules. Victory is no longer something achieved by numbers. Even if my ability is 100 million times stronger. As long as there is no stronger rule than it. That was completely useless. And it doesn't necessarily have to be stronger than me. I can't deal with it simply because it's unknown. If only I could know its rules. It is not invincible. So I still have one trump card left unplayed. Now is the time to take a gamble. After saying that, you retracted your modifications to your own abilities. Your ability has become can again. The ability to comprehend anything. And modified a word in the ability description. Then activate your ability again. Changed the ability to comprehend anything. And modified 10 characters in the ability description. Li Chang'an stared in shock at your move. Boy, you can still play like this, huh? Then you face the 9 question marks in the black mist ability description. Modifications were made. Quickly reveal your supernatural powers. When you activate your ability, that's the moment you do it. The black mist instantly boiled over. A powerful energy began to fill the entire universe. The black mist churned. Forms a huge mouth. Start chanting the first syllable. When the first syllable sounds, the entire universe actually began to collapse. Your mind moves. A powerful supernatural power protects the entire universe. He began to confront the power of the black mist. Black mist is subject to your rules. He could only continue chanting about his supernatural power, and its supernatural abilities were simply too powerful. So powerful that it shouldn't exist in this world. So every time it is recited, they are tearing apart the universe of this world with their own rules. Gradually, sweat began to beose on your forehead. This monster makes you feel struggling for the first time. Ultimately, when you are about to lose your patience, the black mist finally finished reciting the last syllable. Then the black mist began to get agitated. Rolling and waking up. Li Chang'an quickly supported you. What is it about? You wiped your sweat and said. It just spoke abyssal language. It is the language of that world. Translated into our language, it is. Carrying the abyss destroys everything. Such a powerful monster. It is the embodiment of the will of the abyssal world. It's a pity. If only I had 10 more years. My rules will never be weaker than them. But just now, to find out its rules, I've already exhausted the rule power of my own ability. Now my ability has reverted to normal. Can comprehend the power of anything. And modify a word in the ability description. And before I recover the power of the rules, I can only activate my ability once more. Then how long will it take for you to recover the power of the rules? Takes about 10 days. That was probably too late. It is about to awaken. You go quickly. You have other abilities as well, although you can't fight against it. But leaving this world is not difficult. Once you recover the power of the rules, then come back and kill it to avenge us. Then resurrect us. You shook your head and said, its rules are on the same level as mine. Even if I regained the power of the rules, come back and kill it. Nor can you be resurrected by the rules that have killed you. Then you should take as many people as possible. Leave this world. Preserve the spark of our civilization. I will lead the entire 7th inning to hold it down as much as possible. This time I won't bother you anymore. This time, I won't affect you anymore. Just please, help our civilization in your own way. Let it grow up safely in the naked. Then it thrives. May our civilization last forever. I'm glad you've finally started to stop being stubborn. Start accepting my ideas. But don't worry, there was still a chance for a turnaround in today's events. Your ability can only be used one more time. How much effect this time will it have on this monster? Even if it can only be used once. It's also a rule-level superpower. As long as the rules are involved. No matter how strong it is, it must obediently obey. Li Chang'an. Do you still remember Lin Chia's ability? I remember his ability was whenever he faced danger. There must be someone by his side who can help him escape danger. That's right. His abilities already touch on conceptual levels. Combined with the powerful supernatural energy within you, it was already enough to have some influence on the abyssal will. I copied his ability back then. In other words, today's desperate situation. There must be someone around me who can help us turn things around. As long as we can find him, we can turn the tables. But who was that person? You laughed. I found him, after saying that your spirits lifted. A spatial gate instantly opened beside you. A figure teleported in from the spatial gate. It was Su Yang who had just been interviewing you underground. Su Yang had just arrived dozens of kilometers underground to talk with you. Then you rush straight to the ground. Begin to fight against the abyssal will. So Su Yang could only take the elevator in a bitter wait. It is expected to take another hour to return to the surface. I didn't expect you to suddenly teleport me here using your supernatural powers. You look at Su Yang, who is filled with doubt and doubt. Su Yang, do you remember what your director said? There are no useless abilities. Everyone has their own shining qualities. You, Su Yang. Today is the mascot for all of us. Next, it's time for you to save the world. Su Yang's eyes were filled with astonished teeth. He looked at Li Chang'an and you as well, the will of the abyss churning at the horizon. Predecessor, are you asking me to go fight that monster? Su Yang, go and take out the abyssal will. Yes. Can I do it? At this moment, the abyssal will had fully awakened. It roars and charges toward your planet. And you have activated your last ability for a short time. He modified Su Yang's ability into an abyss that instantly kills everything. A powerful supernatural ability carried Su Yang toward the abyssal will. The once powerful abyssal will seemed to touch it. When it came to predators, they turned to ashes in an instant. After this incident ended, you have once again erased everyone's memory. Only Li Chang'an and a few others were retained. Memories of the 7th Bureau's executives. And Su Yang's. Of course, you erase their memories of your specific abilities. So people only remember the monster attacking. Li Chang'an led the 7th game to fight but was defeated. In the 7th game, he had no choice but to release the seal, the strongest supernatural demon king underground. After the demon lord and the monster confront, both sides suffer heavy losses. In the end, a nameless rookie in the 7th round. Su Yang took the opportunity to defeat the monster. You, in the void, look at this one. The beautiful blue star let out a sigh. Actually, in my dream, these billion simulations. It is also about finding a path for our planet. Now I've simulated all the bad outcomes for you. From here on, it's up to you to lead your own way. Civilization has reached a brilliant level. You looked at Su Yang and nodded again. He had taken down the abyssal will. Rewards have already been received from the universe. He evolved his supernatural abilities. Now, his ability is very simple. Demon slaying. The next moment, your body bursts out of this world, rushing toward the abyssal world. It is a world more powerful than yours, because this world no longer needs you. A truly powerful civilization. It is through everyone spontaneously becoming stronger from the inside out. They don't need heroes like you who can instantly defeat everything. When a crisis strikes, each of them is affected, can be their own hero.